Wrong intro. Sorry about that. I'm over here struggle streaming. Forgot to change that. Anyways, what's going on? It is 1 p.m. Eastern time in Atlanta, Georgia. And a friend of mine by the name of Humble Dad, who is also a content creator that I met a couple years back. We're going to try to help him with his channel. See if we can get him optimized so he can get the deserved attention that is due to him. Really great guy. It's like a big bro to me. Welcome to the channel hero. This is the first live stream. What's going on, Humble Dad? You muted, brother. You muted.
What's up, my homie? I was about to call you the name I used to call you. So
you can call me whatever you know me about. Go ahead and use it. It ain't gonna matter.
Oh man, appreciate you having me, bro.
All right. So we ain't gotta put on no show. We're just gonna go right into what we usually do, and that's try to help you with your channel. Right. So is there you want to start like maybe with your last video to see where maybe you could improve there?
For sure. I'll bring up my last video, which was it's called.
Yeah, I'll let you share your screen, and as soon as you pull it up, we'll go from there.
Okay. All right. You see it?
Yeah, I got you. So I'm gonna go to your channel on my end as well, just so I could take a look at the same thing. We're gonna look at here close up. Give me 1 second.
Okay. And then I have the thumbnail.
Okay, so I see you pull it up. You got 112 views. It looks like it was actually one of your best performing videos in a while.
Yeah.
Did you figure out why it did better?
Well, I think first of all was the title, and then also the thumbnail. But then the analytics show, if you want to go, I can go to the analytics, but the analytics show that they only stayed for 45 seconds.
By the way, is a really good title. Instant gratification, ruining your marriage. Sounds like a topic you might have been inspired by. Somebody else probably did well on it.
Yep. Yeah, they did. I had looked at it a couple times as far as like when I search, they kind of give you some inspiration on YouTube, right? And so because of the inspiration, I went to go check and see what were other people doing, and that was one of the topics. That was I guess somewhat of a gap, if you will, but also people have been talking about it. And so I did one like just most recently. But like I said, if I go to the analytics, or did you want me to go to the analytics, or what you want me to do? Can you hear me?
Yeah, go. My out. Sorry about that. I'm muted. Yeah, go ahead and go to your analytics.
So what I saw was, and here's the thumbnail. I don't know if you can really see it.
Let's go to reach, because I want to see, was it your thumbnail or title that got it? So it wasn't your thumbnail. Otherwise, your click-through rate would be at least maybe 4 or 5 or higher.
Okay.
Usually, you could tell whether it was your thumbnail that got the click. And the way we really understand whether it's the thumbnail or not is we go to the where the views came in from. So go back to overview and scroll down. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, traffic source. Over to the right, suggested videos. So this means that, which is fine. Suggested videos is hidden. You know when you're watching a video and then on the right side, there's a list of other videos that comes up.
Yeah.
And the up next. That is where your videos got 93.9% of its views from.
Was it from one of my previous videos or somebody else's?
It was probably from somebody else video who had already talked about instant gratification. And
Got
after about 7 days, 7 to 10 days, it'll show you what was suggesting your video, like what other videos was pushing traffic into your videos. And it could either be one or two things. It's either your own video that's pushing to the next video, and we usually do that by the end screen,
Mhm.
or it was another creator who made a video and YouTube saw a similar video like theirs in which you made and was like, well, let me put this up next. Because if they watch this video, Humble Dad has a video on the same similar topic,
Okay.
could potentially get the same similar attraction from viewers' interest. That is why you ended up in the suggested traffic. Now, if it was based on click rate or click through rate, like your packaging, it would have had your browser features would have been at the top. That means somebody saw you on the home page and they were like, oh, yeah, let me click this video. So, what we really want to do is optimize for the browse because that's where you get most of your views from.
Okay.
And the only way we do that is making sure our title and thumbnail packaging is on point.
Okay.
And what I would do is I would keep the title the same because the title got you in the suggested videos. That's pretty good.
Okay.
This video was launched a day ago. So you're still in the algorithm, still being promoted. We can improve this thumbnail a lot. I don't know. You use Canva, right?
Yes.
You put this thumbnail together using Canva?
Yes.
You probably could do better.
All right.
I'm not here to pick on you though, but
I don't get bothered either like that. Like I'm
if
here to learn.
I usually use Photoshop on Adobe, but I think most people I know don't really use that. That's really like a I wouldn't say mass production, but it's a couple levels up from Canva. Gives you a lot more wiggle room. But
Isn't that
before we
isn't that a paid feature? Like Photoshop Adobe?
Photoshop, yeah, you got to have an Adobe Creative Cloud. They got different packages set up. But if you're in college or school, something they might have teachers discount. But I do know they got a student discount.
Okay.
So if you're taking college courses, you can put your institution in there, and they'll check it and authenticate it, and then they'll give you the discount. I think it's like $20 or $30 a month.
Okay.
But it comes with everything. It's come with Photoshop,
Yeah,
Premiere
I had it.
Pro.
Yeah, I had it before. I think that I wasn't able to. I wasn't understanding how to use it, so I just
Right. So let me see. So the next thing we could do is let's jump into your intro to see where. So you only been up for a day. Your engagement is probably not up yet. Go to engagement. It's probably not up yet. Scroll down. Okay, your audience retention is not up yet. But let's look at how you started the video out
okay.
because then we'll be able to tell where somebody potentially clicked off of the video.
Let's see here.
Now you should be able to just click on the video from where you at.
Oh, it didn't. Let's see. It didn't open up. I'm gonna have to probably
Oh,
drop.
they open up a different window.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to open up a different window and then share from. Let me do that. Let me and again stop that one. Let me go back here. You got it? You chose the long road over the shortcut. In our world, one click ordering, instant streaming, and curated social media feeds, waiting feels almost wrong. But what does God's word teach us about this? Let's talk about it. Well, welcome to the Humble Dad podcast, where we grow as men of God, husbands, and fathers rooted in scripture.
So all you gotta do is play up to the first
One,
30
they were
seconds.
tackling the silent destroyer of marriages in our
And
culture.
I
Instant
think you gotta scroll
gratification.
back up, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna play it on my end so I can hear it better.
Okay.
So I gotta tell you, from the last videos you made, your intro was 10 times better because
Okay.
what you did, it took you only 15 seconds to give a hook and setup.
Okay.
So you pretty much talked about how social media turns you into the microwave instant gratification type of society. And then you said, what about what the Bible says about that? And then you immediately jump to let's talk about it. So
Okay.
now that they know now they know they're in the right place because you were talking about instant gratification in the title, and it's about marriage. You didn't throw the Bible in their face on the thumbnail or on the title. That was good because a lot of people they tend to swipe away from it when they see the Bible.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, this is the society we live in.
Yeah.
So you packaged it like what do they call it? Medicine in the peanut butter. So when you give a dog medicine, you don't they won't just take the medicine, you gotta put it in peanut. So you did that method with the Bible. What does the Bible say about it? So now you're in the right place. We're gonna talk about the principles behind it. And then you jumped into introducing yourself. Once you get them there, all you got to do is deliver. And I think that's what you did. That's the reason why your video is doing a lot better than what it was before. So I would say if you really want to get more views on this video, it's to start with your thumbnail.
Okay.
But before we do that, let's look at how you ended the video. Let's go to the last 3 minutes or 2 minutes of your video.
Urge, pray for your spouse instead. Rewrite your desires from self, really helpful for me, or even YouTube. When you feel the urge, pray for your spouse instead. Rewrite your desires from self to service. And here's how we're going to connect throughout the course of the series. These series topics will connect to one another, if you will. Instant gratification is only one enemy of biblical marriage. On our next episode, we're going to tackle entitlement, the hidden destroyer that tells us we deserve better instead of we serve better. Don't miss it. That's why you need to like, share, and subscribe and hit that notification button. So when it posts, you're already ready to listen to it or watch it. And here we go. Make sure you grab some Humble Dad gear, and the link will be in the description. You can also connect with us on Instagram and Facebook, and those also will be in the description. And so I am, as they call me, Humble Dad, or Dr. Elijah Glenn, whichever one, Elijah, E, all of those names apply. This is the Humble Dad Podcast, walking humbly, loving deeply, and leading faithfully. And until next time, we out here. God bless.
Okay. So whenever you get your retention graph, what's gonna happen is you're gonna notice I'll say around the 7 minute and 50 second mark is where you're going to start losing viewers. And the
Okay.
reason why you start losing it, because you start wrapping it up. What you want to do is push it all the way to the max. Like your wrap up should be maybe like 5 seconds or 10, maybe 5 to 10 seconds. And it should include what video to watch next. No intros, no outros. People don't stick around and watch that. Because I know at 7:50 you started talking about what you're gonna watch on the next video. But I do not know if at the 7:51 mark, you don't want to talk about the next video. That's something that we used to do about 10 years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What we do now is we talk about the previous video that we just made. You see what that does? The reason why we do that is because it already pushes them to go watch something already on your channel. But if they gotta wait till you go and make it and upload it, they're just gonna go to a different channel and start watching content there.
Uh,
So the goal is to try to create binge-worthy content. So if every one of your videos points to the previous video, when they watch a new upload, they're gonna end up going backwards, 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 backwards to all the other content.
mm.
That make and then you'll wonder, like, dang, I made this video 2 months ago and it's still getting views. Because we created a daisy chain effect by linking every video to the previous video.
Okay.
So the goal here, and you wouldn't do it on this video because you already uploaded it. But every future video, you always want to point to the previous one you made or the best performing video. The reason why I point to the best performing video sometimes, because the video that I uploaded, it might not even relate to the previous one. It could be a totally different topic.
So you said previous video or the best?
Or the best performing video. And when I say best performing video, it all depends on what you want. If you want more subscribers, you point to the video that got you the most subscribers. And you do that by looking at the analytics to see how many subscribers it was able to gross. If you want the one that give you the most views, and you point to the video that got you the most views. And it might sound weird, but I did have video that got me 100,000 views, but I only got like 800 subs off of that. But then I had a video that got me 50,000 views, but I had like 1,400 subs off of that video. So it's weird, it's tricky. So you have to look at the analytics to figure out what you want. With me, if you can't go wrong by pointing to your best performing videos.
Okay.
So that's that. So always end your video intentionally. What I usually do when I write, I come up with my intro, which is my hook and my setup, and I immediately talk about the end. Or I immediately come up with my ending first. And I leave a gap so I can write my my points, the delivery, right? That way you can't go wrong or make a mistake and forget. So you're already talking about the next problem they could potentially have.
So hook, intro, end.
Yep. So I do my hook. I write my hook out. I write my hook. I write my setup. So the hook is a question or a statement. You may say like 18 million there are 18 million single family homes in America. And then my setup, we're gonna walk through three reasons why that is. And then my ending is something related to this that I've already made. So I'll write my end. So I'll start off with something. Now that you know this, here's how to prevent becoming a single dad or a single parent. And I made a video about that months ago or a week ago or just the other day. So watch this video next. And then they'll go watch the video next. And you can also keep track in the analytics on a percentage of people who clicks the end card or the end screen to go watch the next video. That has a click-through rate too. So people who watch to the end, not only you gave them something to deliver, you gave them something more to watch. And YouTube actually promotes your channel, and they give you they reward you for keeping them on your channel or on the platform. So if I ain't really got nothing to point them to, I either point them to best performing, or if I know I got a buddy that made a video just like this, or better, or got the next topic, I'll put his video on there. I'll put his video on my end card. Hey, check out my buddy. He just made the such and such, the other part of the other key, the important piece to this. Check this out. We'll go watch him. I'll still get rewarded because guess what? I'm keeping people on the YouTube platform itself.
Oh, wow.
So they won't leave YouTube and just go get on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook. They'll stand on YouTube. So I'll still get rewarded for that.
Wow.
So the whole goal is to keep people on the platform because what? YouTube runs ads. and that's the game.
Okay.
So now that you notice, you have a content strategy, and I know we spoke briefly previously about knowing your audience and all that other stuff. I got another tip I want to show you, and I'm actually gonna share my screen to show you, and to help you be able to view this better. What I did was I actually maximized the screen in StreamYard so I can see it better. Because if you're just looking at it in the regular way, the regular window with all the stuff around it, you can barely see some of the stuff,
Yeah.
which is weird. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen.
Okay.
So give me a second. Mhm.
In the meantime, I wonder what would have been a better thumbnail.
You saying what would have been a better one, thumbnail?
Hmm.
Great question. In the meantime, let me look at yours again. Let me go back. Let me actually let me go back real quick. So let's put you back up here real quick and look at that.
Okay, let me go.
Is instant gratification ruin your marriage? You talked about social media, how social media can ruin a marriage, right?
Yes.
So I would be as simple as possible. I would have myself holding the phone. I would have the logos. I would put the logos on the screen of the phone where they could see maybe Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, a collage of those. And you would have to be really meticulous with Canvas to be able to do that. And yeah, I might have to work with you on that one. And I would put those on the screen, and I would put in big words above it: instant gratification. So give me 1 second. I gotta get this door.
Hmm. So if I went to Canva, I wouldn't be able to. If I went. Hmm. Mhm. Trying to see where would I go. What would I do right here? Start. Hmm. Change it. Mm, let's see. Over here.
And I'm back. Sorry about that.
Um,
So what was we talking about just now? Thumbnail, right?
yes.
See, I would most definitely. I'm gonna show you. You want me to show you what I would do on my screen?
Yes.
Let's see. Let me see. Let me share my screen. Remove this. All right. So let's do this. Give me 1 second. Put up a window. All right. So first thing I would do. Let's just pretend. Obviously, this is not Canva,
Obviously.
but I'm just gonna give you a concept of what I would do if I were you. Now, I don't have a picture of you. I'm gonna just go to your channel and get something off of there
Okay.
because usually you want to either use face if it's a trending person, you use their face that you're talking about. If you're doing commentary, if it's just you, then you would just use your face.
Yeah.
So let
So
me
it's
go here.
use your own face than other faces.
Yeah, if I'm talking like if I would have had like somebody like Trill OG, because of his notoriety, I would have had him front and center, or not front and center, but mostly on that thumbnail.
Yeah. I
Let
wonder.
me go to. Let me see if I can get a screen grab of you.
Okay.
And I would also advise you to take some photos, some head and shoulder shots,
Okay.
maybe down to the center torso and up, looking straight forward. Maybe a not a smiling look or nothing, just a straightforward like military look. And just do different angles like that so you can use those for your thumbnails.
Okay.
And then just I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna do something like this. Give me 1 second. So we got you on here. Not really a good photo because you're very low on the screen,
Okay.
but nope, wouldn't do that. I would do something like this, bring you over here, maybe right here. I would crop you out just so you could pop out from the screen.
Okay.
And I will click on here. And when I'll show you all this stuff if you ever get it. But to make you pop out a little bit more, I would need some like camera filter. I would boost the contrast up. Maybe let's go to effects, take the texture up a little bit, maybe the clarity. So you could really pop. Boom. Then I would take the background because it's too bright. Because you want to separate yourself from the background. I would go back here, go back to the light, take the exposure down on that. Boom.
Ah,
I would even go as much to keep stuff from being distracting. Let me see. I will go back to filters. I will go to blur, put a Gaussian blur on there. This allows me to lift it up, blur the background a little bit more. Also, what I would do is clean up the. So this is really good app on Photoshop called Retouch. You still there?
yes, I'm right here.
Okay. 'Cause I don't know what this looks like. It just happened. Okay, whatever. Anyways, so I would click on my face, go to here, touch it up a bit, see what that does. See, go to dodge and burn. So that plays with it a little bit. I would put a little bit of that on there. Now that I got that, I'm gonna play with this right here. So what I would do is I will put maybe like a color mat, this square right here, over here on this side. Let me see. Take this off. I would do maybe black. I don't know what your brand colors is, but I will go with like black. But I'll put this in between my background and that. And what I usually do is I crop it with a mask. So I go to layer, reveal. And what it does is just select this rectangle right here. And then I'll go to gradient. And now click over here and push this out a bit. Maybe. Not so much. Maybe like that. Maybe like that. Yeah. Let me see. Let me run this back over. Oh, sorry about that. Let me do that over again. See, I don't be sometimes I don't most of the times I don't be even doing my own thumbnails. Somebody else be doing them for me.
Okay.
But obviously I need to get back into
I get
doing
the
them again.
idea. I get the idea. And you would just put instant gratification.
Yeah, hold on one second. Yeah, I would do that. Let me see. But I want this to be dark, but I want it to kind of blend over. This thing is acting a little weird now. I don't even know why. So just for I would do something like this, and I would do something like let me see. Yeah, you pretty much had it. You pretty much guessed it right. I will go right here, and I would do me. Let me see. Group those. Yeah, I would do something like this. Maybe use that, and then I will go to. Let me see. I would get like a cell phone PNG or something like that.
And just put that in the phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Give me a second. So I'll do something like that. What the hell? Give me 1 second. Let me try to. I don't need that one. But I'll take the phone and throw that joint on there. Obviously, crop out the phone. Make sure it's all the way cropped. Is it? Yeah, pretty much cropped. Get that out of there. Uh, Shrink it down. Put it here. Maybe like turn it sideways or something like that, maybe.
Okay.
Boom. So right here, you could just throw like logos inside of there, like
Oh, I see.
Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram, all that. Maybe put a drop shadow on the phone to make it glow. That's too much.
Okay. I s- yeah, it is a lot you could do. I see what you're doing. Oh yeah, it's drawn a lot of attention.
Exactly. So you can play with that. Put your logos in here. People know that you're talking about instant gratification. And if you really want to incite controversy, you could you could pick a side because I think in the video you pretty much believe instant gratification can be equal, maybe evil or whatever. You could
Uh,
do something like you could do something like that,
yeah,
and
that is different for sure.
so the difference between that and let me see if I can find yours.
And you ain't gotta put it everywhere. I see it. I see.
He said, "Don't do me like that.
I'm
Don't throw
okay
me."
with it. I'm just like I can see it myself, but it definitely is good to see a side by side though.
Yeah. So if we was to throw yours up, let me see if I could throw yours up there real quick. So yeah, so that's the difference. So this right here immediately boosts your click through rate.
Okay.
Yeah, my words are. Let me see.
Yeah, you just misspelled it a
These
little bit.
words are a little bit too close to each other. There you go. Yeah, that look better. But yeah, so you can tell you actually put. It probably took you longer to make this than what I just did, right?
No, I'm pretty good at Canva. I mean, I can work it quickly.
Okay, so you're a subject matter expert at Canva.
Yeah, I'm an expert at Canva compared to
Okay then.
others, I would say, because I mean, I use it in education all the time. So,
So you let me see.
and I've been using Canva with my podcasting for a while.
So I mean, you got something like that, just as simple as that.
Oh yeah, yeah, that would be
So
good.
it's- and then you can put other logos and put them all up in there like that. Either way, people gonna know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. So that's that. That's what I would have done with with your thumbnail.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You know, that's what like I the reason why I did the way I did is because that was the suggestion that Chat GPT suggested. Uh but I can see, you know what I'm saying? I can literally see the difference between the two of why the simplicity makes more sense. So
So, so
I would
what I also wanted to show you, just to wrap it up, and you know we could revisit these tutorials or whatever in the future.
okay.
I wanted to show you how I'm able to find once you get videos and I'm pretty sure you got 30 days worth of content. I mean, not at 30 days worth of content, but over the span of 30 days, you've been uploading
Yeah,
month after month. So the
yeah,
good thing about that is when you stuck on video ideas or you trying to figure out like, hey, what content can I make? You can always do this, what I'm about to show you. And it pretty much allows you to broaden what the topics you want to talk about. Like you don't have to just stay bottleneck down to a specific niche or topic. You can actually scale higher based on where your audience go to watch. And I'm about to show you that real quick. And then you're gonna fall in love with this method because this right here helped me so much. You can see that screen. Oh no, hold on, wait. I ain't put it up there. All right. So if you're looking at my screen in full screen,
yeah.
this is what I do. So I go to my analytics. And when I go down to, let's go to audience. Channels my audience watches. This right here is one of the most underrated ways to find out what videos your audience likes to watch. All of these people on here, when they leave my channel, this is where they go. They go to Ask Older Man. He's got 238,000 subs. They go to Dax Shack 2X, Charles Forte, Pink Book Lexons, Danica Marie, Men Need to Be Heard, Anthony Spade, Didi, Medium Man, Arthur Hours with Anton Daniels. We know him. Crimson Cure, I think you know her. Millionaire Morning Show with Anton Daniels. Philip Scott Show. John Griffith, Easy Reactions. Now, that's just one thing. But here's the thing. What type of content are they making? Or what video topics are they making? So if I want to know what video topics my viewers already watch or already interested in, I'll just click on their channel. And what it looks like is my audience like watching reactions.
Uh
So that means I don't got to just do talking head videos.
is it because you probably have more subscribers? Because I don't think my audience, I don't have a large audience.
So you don't see that you don't see this option?
I think I do, but I don't think they give as much as
What's the count? You got 3 pages or just one?
I would have to go. Hold on, let me go check. Go to analytics,
Audience.
audience. Um,
And then you go down here to channel your
oh yeah,
audience watching.
maybe I need to go to the main dashboard. Main, main dashboard. Uh, analytics, audience. What your audience is watching. It says not enough eligible audience data to show this report.
Right. So maybe you got to build up enough audience over 30 days to be able to see that.
That's over the last 7 days. Let me see. Maybe if I. Yeah, it says the last 7 days. So I don't. Mine doesn't
Do
do
you
that.
do you got 30, 20? Can you go up here and change this to 28 and see with that or 90?
I put it at last 90. I have the returning viewers and stuff like that, but as far as what your audience watches. I don't have that.
Okay, so
I
that
have
means
formats your viewers watch on YouTube. That obviously there's video shorts and lives, and then I have the times they watch. But as far as suggestions, I don't have that.
okay. So that means you got some work to do. That means you need to pump out good performing content similar to the last one you did.
Okay.
And since you're talking about since you're already talking about how something can ruin a marriage, let's do what we call double down. What is another topic you can think of right off your head that ruins marriages? We know
Okay.
social instant gratification,
Communication.
communication, but when you really want to go harder, like you want to go harder, like
Sex.
infidelity, because communication is very bland. You know what I'm saying? But if you go to cheating, oh, it's gonna hit them. It's gonna hit their mind like communication. That's subjective because somebody might feel like, oh, that shouldn't ruin my marriage. I mean, we can work on that. But we talking about something that just it's almost like there's no turning back from that. And infidelity is one of them. Abuse,
Oh, like I see what you're saying right now.
yes, super controversial situations. So what you got to do is, and let's bring up your screen again.
You want to go to or you wanted me to?
I got you.
Okay.
So let's go to your content. Let's click on this. I think this one, right? No, right here, content. Is it this one?
Content. Is that right? That's where you want me to go?
Actually, go here to this play button. See if it's this here.
I'm going back and forth. So what do you want me to go to?
Uh, to the left menu where it say the play button. Yeah. So let's scroll down a little bit so we can see. So
You want me to go
men
to
suffering in silence.
specifically?
How about this? Let's click on your logo at the top left corner and just go to your channel.
Left corner right here?
Yeah.
Will it take you there?
Yeah, just click on it.
Yeah, it doesn't have the whole screen. Let me
Okay, yeah, my bad. It does do that, don't it?
let me do different presentation. If I go entire screen, hope that don't mess up nothing. All right, there's the entire screen to make it a lot easier.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So here.
So just go to videos, video tab right there. Yep. And then just scroll down. So stop right there. Let's stop right here real quick. So instant gratification, we know that's a good one. Men suffering in silence, why asking for help matters. So what we got to do is we got to pump up these titles a little bit more harder and more polarizing. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
What you want to do is you want when people see the title, you want to be like, what? Wow. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't know how good you are in commentating. You ever did videos where you commentate on particular pieces or other content creators or clips or video clips?
It hasn't been a thing. I have done some. Yes.
So that right there is gonna get you going fast. You ever know the content creator? I don't know if you might not want to choose violence, but there's some content creators that you most definitely don't agree with.
Yeah.
That might be pushing out content that could be misleading, especially if they claim to be principled or God fearing and all that stuff.
That makes sense.
You even saw clips of pastors and stuff dressing all zesty on stage and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that right there, people going to be like, yo, why is he not reacting to this? So I would also, in order to get into the trend, to get people attracted because people follow trends. So if stuff start going viral, you need to go ahead and get that clip ready and give your commentation on it.
All right.
And put that junk in your thumbnail, package it up, and start talking about it. because
Yeah,
that's gonna give you it's gonna boost your authority on these in the space of where you want to talk about.
yeah. I did one with Kurt Franklin, but it didn't do. Let's see, it didn't do that well. Was it alive? Uh, this one was like, oh, I guess it did. Well, it's only 157 views. Trills did 3. That's because it coming from him though. But I did this one with no scripture.
Mm-hmm.
In 10 days, it only got 157 views.
Men of Kings was powerful, but not biblical. No scripture. So it did pretty good, for your channel usual growth.
Okay.
But I would say that, let me scroll down. Let me see the one with the female on the front. That was a good thumbnail.
Yeah, but it only
Wow, bro.
58 views. I think
This transactional women are the real brokies. The only reason why that probably didn't do much is because it was a severely, not severely, but it was a long live stream, maybe, or pre-recorded video. Was that a live or pre-recorded? Oh, these are lives.
this was alive. Yes.
Yeah, let's go to your videos. Go to your most popular. Let's see what those look like. Okay, these are clips from streams.
Long time ago.
Okay, yeah. And these could have done better had you packaged them with the thumbnail and all that other stuff correctly. Yeah, so you really need to, if I were you, I would go to Canva before I start making any more content. I would try to become a master at making thumbnails in Canva. And I would pick a creator that you like, his thumbnail style. And I would literally start mirroring that and put your own spin to it. That's what you have to do. And you gotta make those thumbnails pop. And they gotta be like, it gotta look like you put some time into it. See, the thumbnail I did, I ain't really put that much time into it.
But it looks like
You know what I'm saying? But if you go and take your pictures and you stand back, center yourself on the screen, take a pictures, maybe you wear a suit, maybe you wear a shirt, whatever it is, no logos, and something you could put on a thumbnail, looking at the screen like you're looking into the eyes of the camera, and then you use your text on the other side, or you use symbols or objects on the other side to paint the picture of what's going to be in the video. That's the whole thumbnail game. As long as it's the visuals are clear and concise, and they synergize with the title, that part of your content is which is severely taking a hit, it would be, you won't have to worry about that no more.
so. It's mainly my thumbnail game.
Right, because that's what's keeping you off of browse. Browse leads to lots of subscribers and lots of views.
Yeah, because if they clicked on you, then they're interested.
Yeah, so they don't rely on your video to come up on the right side. It'll be right there on the homepage, competing with everybody on the homepage. So it's almost like, think of it as trying to get on the front of the newspaper.
Yeah.
And when you get on there, your stuff got to be looking good, like a movie poster.
Okay.
So that right there, I would put more time and energy into your packaging to make sure you get the click, because you got good content. You talk about good things, and you might have to be a little bit more authoritative with your words. Like, you might have to put a little bit more bass and oomph into what you're saying.
That's fair. I agree.
That way they can really lock in on what you're saying. Because if you monotone it to where you just, yeah, 1
Right.
plus 2, 3 plus 5, and then we got to make sure we're better, man. You got to be like, we got to make sure we better men.
I teach.
Period. Like,
Yeah.
that's how you got to be on camera. Move your body, move your head. Yeah, you do that a little bit better too. You turn your head, you look up sometimes, so that's good. You're not just, but you gotta be on them. Like, whenever they come to watch you, they need to have a good time watching you.
Yeah.
And
Gotta,
because you're a live streamer, I would look at some of the stuff Lead Attorney be making. The way he is, he mixed a little bit of serious and a little bit of
humor.
humor into the way he is on there. He's almost like a comedian on live stream because he laughs. He don't rely on anybody to make him laugh. He laugh just
Anyway,
because he know that this could be funny, so he just laugh anyways to try to strike that in his audience.
all right.
And
That's
then he tell a lot of jokes. So I would steal some of his ways, his mannerisms from him
okay.
because he's a live streamer, and I know that's what the base of your content is, live streaming. And it'll make it easier for you to clip stuff out.
Yeah. I have been recording and then doing Premiere. That's what some of the things.
Premiere, yeah,
That's what I've been doing. Some of these. The one with Trill was alive.
right.
So, but a lot. I've tried to record and then do a Premiere so that I could do some clips.
All right, so
All right. I got
well,
a game plan though.
you got a game plan. Try to get on that camera. That's the next thing, and see where we can go from there. If you need me to send you some tutorial channels or videos that you might be able to walk you through, I will look for it for you. But I
Okay.
think you know how to go on YouTube and search for what works for you.
Yeah, for sure. But this has been good again. You know what I'm saying? This was like more concise of what I need to do. Like the last one was good too. And then that's when I changed how trying to focus on the thumbnail. But not I didn't focus on it as much as I need to, like you said, to master it.
Right.
And then the intro, at least I did get some improvement on my intro. As you notice, I took out my intro of the music or whatever. I just go directly into to it. And then what else? And then my ending has to be cut and make sure that it's only like 30 seconds of an ending as opposed to a 2-minute ending.
Yeah. So I would cut it down as much as you can. As soon as you finish with your last point, immediately start talking about what they need to watch next. And then have the video, end screen video pop up and tell them, hey, look, go watch it, and I'll see you over there. There
Okay.
you go. And that's as simple. Those tweaks will make a massive change.
Okay.
And then
Well,
once you start, yeah, go ahead.
no, I just said I wrote those down for sure. Go ahead.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing weekly Zoom calls, and I got a school.com community where I'm gonna be doing weekly Zoom calls, working with groups.
Okay.
So let me know if you're interested in that, and I'll send you the link to that too.
For sure. I'm definitely interested. Like I said, I'm making the changes as often as possible.
And you know what? Since a lot of people are using Canva, I might have to go ahead and practice using Canva too, so I can start showing people how to use it.
For sure.
Because I'll be on this Adobe stuff.
Totally understandable.
Yeah.
It's just what I've been used to. So,
But you saw how got that thing rolling. That got that thumbnail up.
yeah, for sure. That was like less than 7.
Oh shh! Why did I do that? My bad. My bad. I think I hit a button. I think we accidentally kicked Humble Dad on there. Wow. How rude. But I don't know if he's coming back. I just sent him a message. But anyways, y'all. This was a pretty decent live, pretty informative. Some of the stuff that, I was walking him through. Man, this is just a drop in the bucket from all the little tips and tricks and hacks. It's so much to YouTube, man. It's really not all that easy as people think it is. I know a lot of people are clickbaiting you into thinking this stuff is easy. It's not. It's really hard. So yeah, You need any help, use the link in the descriptions. I do free one-on-one sessions like this to walk you through for one time. If you want more of that, we have a school community that I'm opening up. Well, it's already open. I think I got like 50 followers in there. Join the school community if you want to learn more and get into the coaching group. Other than that, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll comment your thoughts, comment improvements we can make here for doing these channel reviews. And I'll see you on the next channel hero.